What's going on, guys? It's Bengt. Welcome back to another video. In this one, quick one for you, we're talking about why you can't change people. Now, it doesn't matter if you have the purest of intentions. It doesn't matter if you love this person to death. It doesn't matter if you can look at this person, identify everything that's going wrong with them, literally try your best to lead the horse to water, but you cannot make them drink, you cannot make them change. And if you try to go out of your way for long periods of time to make this happen, you're only wasting your time, you're only wasting your effort, you're only wasting your energy, and truth be told, you're the only one that suffers. Now, here's the thing. Any amount of change that has ever happened in your life was probably something that you set out to do yourself. It was probably a problem that you recognized was a problem, a belief, a character trait, a person or a situation or a habit or something that was creating an undesirable effect in your life. You identified it as a problem, decided that you were going to create a solution to change or to solve the problem, and you went ahead and you did it yourself. Now, the reason why it's important is because you were the person that made the choice, that made the conscious effort the entire time to do that for you. Now, you cannot go into other people's brains and be that thing, be that voice, be that person for them. Now, I'll give you another example. There have probably been times in your life where someone came along to you, maybe pointed out an abundantly obvious problem that you were having with your life, something that you should change, something you weren't doing right, and chances are you probably didn't listen. Chances are you probably didn't care, didn't give a fuck, and was like, okay, whatever. And the point is, people hate to be told what to do. They need to find the solutions for themselves, not only for them to take action on it, but also for it to be meaningful, impactful, and for them to actually truthfully learn and get over that thing themselves. I can't tell you how many countless times in my life I've tried to help people, I've tried to better people, I've tried to change people to literally zero avail, 0% success rate. Now, the only person that I've ever been able to change throughout my entire life is myself. Now, there have been a lot of habits, a lot of belief systems, a lot of toxic traits and things that I knew about myself that were holding me back, that took a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy for me to change. However, there have been plenty of times where other people pointed those things out to me, but I never listened. I never really cared until I identified it myself as something that I needed to change. And from there, I was able to be like, okay, yeah, now that I recognize that this thing is impacting me in this negative way, I'm gonna go out of my way to change that. But it took for me realizing it for myself in order for it to make any difference. Now, also, another example, something that happened to me recently actually, was within my relationship. My girlfriend was like, yeah, there was this thing that you did or this thing that you had that, you know, kind of bothered me. It didn't affect our relationship so much, but it was something that I knew that you would change over time on your own when you recognized it. And I was like, damn, you know what? I respect the fuck out of her for that, because she didn't go out of her way to try and change who I was. And to be fair, to be completely honest with you, there are plenty of things about her too that, even though I love her, it's like, you know, oh man, I wish that this was a little different, or if this was, you know, I wish she did this a different way. But, you know, having that mutual respect for one another and deciding like, hey, I accept this person for who they are and I'm not gonna try and change them. Within your relationship, that might also have a huge impact as well, because no one wants to feel like the person that they're with is trying to change them, because as soon as you start going to that level, they start to feel like they're not good enough, or they start to feel insecure because you don't like them for who they are, you know, and they start to try and live up to or become this better version, this version of you, or this version of themselves that you want them to be. And, you know, you kind of just ruin the whole fucking thing. So within your personal life, within your love life, your relationships, don't try and change people. You need to either let them change for themselves and accept who they are in the meantime. And if you can accept who they are in the meantime, then allow them the space to flourish and to bloom on their own, to recognize their own shortcomings on their own. And if you're in a situation where you recognize that and you can't change them because you're not going to try, even, it's not worth it, but also the things that you're trying to change about them debilitate you, then you need to let them go. You need to move on. You need to accept that that person is just not at a stage in life where you guys are on the same level, where you guys are aligned, both in mindset and also in your habits, your routines, your lifestyle. And that's something that you need to accept and move on from, and just, you know, take priority of your own self-care, take priority of your own life, your own relationships, your own destiny, and accept the fact that not everybody's gonna think like you. Not everybody's gonna wanna move like you. So, message of the day, I hope I made this abundantly clear. You cannot change people, and if you try to go out of your way to do so, you're really only wasting your own time. So, focus on yourself, focus on building yourself up, try and be as self-aware and as honest with yourself as possible. And once you recognize this, truth be told, you know, sometimes getting feedback from other people, whether they're trying to change you or whether they're just trying to make you aware of some things that you do that others might not perceive the way you want, listen to them. You can take that advice, because once you realize that you're the one responsible for your own change, and having tried to change other people, you're pretty good at recognizing, hey, if this person just did this, this, and this, shit would look totally different for them. It's really easy from the outside looking in to tell other people what they should be doing to make changes for them on their behalf, and be like, hey, if you just organized your life like this, shit would be fucking perfect. Truth is, sometimes that's very effective. Now, on the flip side, sometimes you also don't know truthfully what's going on in their mind, in their world, in their life. So, with all that being said, when people ask you to change, or when people point out things you should change, take it with a grain of salt, but acknowledge it, think about it, reflect on it. Is that something that I truthfully feel like, you know, maybe there's some, you know, value in what they just had to say, what they just tried to instill in me? And if there is, then work on that. But understand that you got to be responsible for yourself. You can't focus on other people. They're not going to change, so don't waste your fucking time. All right? I love you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a real one. Like, subscribe. We got more content coming out soon. Stay strong, stay blessed, stay dangerous. I love you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.